Well, I guess the story of NSAC really started with the two of us. When I was in high school, I really wanted to go abroad to study, not because I had a specific idea of some subject I was interested in or a specific university I was interested in, but I just knew that I wanted to go on adventure. I want to live in a big city, New York, London, something like that. And I knew, or I thought, that it was possible. Then I started asking around. My teachers, school counselors. I tried to look it up on the internet, but I didn't really find the specific information I needed. I had questions, just like you. Where do I go? How do I apply? What's the difference between the UK and the US? How do I get the money? Will I have to pay? Will someone else pay? What's a GRE, an SAT, or a GPA?
I faced a lot of problems when going through the process of organizing my course abroad and organizing my move to London. It was not a straightforward move. So initially I needed a lot of information very quickly. I had some key questions I needed to get answered, but I didn't know where to turn. So my school couldn't help me. There were no organizations that could help me. There was no platform for me to meet other Danes who were going abroad. But so I was all by myself.
And we quickly gathered a cool group of people in a room to figure out what we could do about this. Could we somehow inspire some change? So out of that conversation came the Nordic Study Abroad Conference.
I'm part Danish and part American. I have an American father and a Danish mother. I've been spending most of my life pendling between the US and Denmark and various other places around the globe. Now, one of the things that I was taught fairly early on was I thought I was very smart. Do you know that feeling by any chance?
My name is Mette Ejstrup San Giovanni, and I teach international politics at the University of Cambridge. I do so in a couple of different capacities. I mainly teach graduate students, masters, PhD students within the Department of Politics and International Studies. I do research there, I teach
there. You have to be able to make some hard choices. I've had people come to me and said, oh, I'd like to study in the US and then get a job there. And they ask questions like, can I take my girlfriend and boyfriend with me? No, you cannot. Can my spouse work? No, typically not. Well, what if I get pregnant and we have a family? Can I get a year maternal leave? I don't think so. And so you have to sort of realize that you can't take everything and bring it with you. There's going to be some hard choices, and you have to decide whether you want to make them or not. And this is only you can do. And you should be open to differences, which is, but most will take a chance, okay? So,
it's great to be here. I remember when I first applied to abroad, it was a very lonely path to walk. So you guys are lucky that you have this network and all these people you can talk to. Actually, this presentation is going to be very subjective. I'm going to tell you my story, what happened to me, the thoughts I had, and I do that because I want to drive home the point with you that when you go to study abroad, it will be your experience. And your experience will be different from everyone else's. And those are really the terms that it's important for you to think of it in. If I can leave you with that message when I end here today, I'll be happy.
As you just said, I studied 4 different places. I studied at Copenhagen Business School, where I took my undergrad. Then I went to National University of Singapore. Then I went to Columbia, I did a master's degree. And then I went to Tsinghua University in Beijing and did some MBA studies there afterwards. So I've been around. When I came back, I was approached by friends who asked me, so David, how did you fund all these studies? And I gave them some tips and actually wrote down a manual. And then after a while, I decided that why don't I write a book? So I wrote Legatbogen, which is a very practical book.
What do we really need? What if we create a platform, the platform we needed, where we could get the answers to 3 basic questions. 1, can I go abroad? Do they want me to go abroad? Do these universities want Danes or Scandinavian students at their schools? 2, how do I do it? How do I apply? What do I write? Do I need references? Where do I go? UK, Britain, is there a difference in the application process? And then the 3rd, of course, how do I get the funding? And where can I, which is related to that, where can I go afterwards? Can I get a job? What if I want to go back to Denmark? What if I want to go back to Norway, Sweden, another place? Do I stay abroad? What are my possibilities?
And we think it's unbelievably cool that some of the best universities from all around the world have flown to Copenhagen to meet us. So, universities such as Brown, King's, UCL, Georgetown, NYU Abu Dhabi, and Cambridge have all come here today to meet us.
The idea was a day of inspiration, I guess, and for these adventurous students to meet each other, meet the schools, and just meet the possibilities that are really out there.